ladies and gentlemen, January 10th, this Saturday, tomorrow, the Barclays Center, the WBC 140-pound champion, Puerto Rican's own, Subriel Matías, versus the UK, Dalton Smith. My prediction is easy, okay? My prediction is easy. Subriel Matías le va a sacar la mierda of Dalton Smith. If you don't know what I'm saying because it's in Spanish, ladies and gentlemen, Google, okay? Google, right? This is America. I know English because I learn English. You know Spanish. You don't know Spanish because you don't want to learn Spanish, okay? So I don't want to hear it, okay? But I got this. This is a good matchup. Well, I'm not gonna say it's a good matchup. Of course, we're gonna see a unification bout with Subriel Matías. You know what I'm saying? And the 140-pound champion is ringing bells, just like Puerto Rican boxing is ringing bells in January. Y'all already saw that January started with the Puerto Rican queen, the 7th Division World Champion, featherweight undisputed, la reina de boxeo, Amanda Serrano. Gotta give a lot of credit to Amanda Serrano starting the year off. And then tomorrow we got Subriel Matías. And then to close out the year, you know what I'm saying? Of course, January 31st, we're going to be talking about that Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. But we also got Xander Zayas, Puerto Rican Prince. You know what I'm saying? Versus his unification bout out there in Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rican boxing, man, they getting busy. They've been hearing people say that Puerto Rican boxing is not what it used to be. And los boricuas got together and said, mira, nene, mira, tenemos que pelear en enero, okay? You know, they saying that we no good like we used to be, okay? And we don't like it that cheap, okay? We don't like it, nene. We don't like it that cheap, all right? We have to fight, okay? Amanda, you gonna fight? I'm gonna fight. He gonna fight. The past, the future, the present, everything, okay? And look, folks, I want to say this. I think that Subriel Matías may not like one part of what I'm about to say, but I think that is probably beneficial for him. Subriel Matías could be a bigger star. He could truly be a bigger star. Like right now, everybody should be talking about this fight in New York and Puerto Rico because we all know that Puerto Rican got a loyal fan base, a lucrative fan base in the sport of boxing, one of the most lucrative and loyal fan base in North America, right? Subriel Matías doesn't necessarily go out there and represent like a Tito Trinidad, like a Coro with the Puerto Rican flag. Yo soy Puerto Rico, Borica, puñeta. We going to go and it's just that alegría, that Puerto Rican pride with his style, right? They're not out there. His team is not out there really emphasizing Boricua, right? If he does, it could have been better. At least his team around him. Just alegría con Puerto Rico. Shout out Puerto Rico, Boricua, puñeta, vamos, está aquí, este tigre no va a hacer nada con nosotros. Huh? We're going to fray him like we're going to fray a chuleta. Lo que vamos, you know what I'm saying? That's one. Second thing is, they're not using Subriel Matías' aura to his advantage to sell him more. Subriel Matías, I understand he doesn't like to talk about it. And he don't have to talk about it, but the promotion around him should be selling his aura. Subriel Matías killed the man in the ring. Okay? We all know that. But it's almost like forgotten because Subriel Matías don't like to talk about it and stuff like that. I know, I understand it's somebody's life and people want to respect it. But at the end of the day, this is the sport of boxing. Subriel Matías, when he fights, he goes out there and he punches like he is trying to do it again. That's the nature of the sport. Whether we like it or not, that's the nature of the sport. It's the most dangerous sport. That could happen. All right? And if it does happen, it's unfortunate. But Subriel Matías could be promoted better as a Puerto Rican boxer and could be promoted, and his aura could be promoted way better. Because he could easily say in the press conference, let's say Dr. Smith is going, like, mate, I'm going to go to New York and I'm going to beat this man. As I said, look, I'm going to kill you, motherfucker. Dr. Smith, you ain't going to do nothing. Oh, you want to track my track record? You think I cannot kill nobody in the ring, okay? I killed somebody in the ring, okay? What happened? All right? You next. I dominated, motherfucker, all right? You understand what I'm trying to say? And the people may be like, yo, he did, though. I I'm going to turn you into this Russian, okay? Don't fuck around with me, okay? Don't fuck around with me, okay? I get he like the Russian. And people will be like, yo, he did. See, selling his aura and selling the Puerto Rican pride. That the aura is something that which Puerto Rican had? Boxer, Tito Trinidad, the king. They didn't kill nobody in the ring. Coro, no. Subriel Matías could bring that aura. They have more skills than Subriel Matías, but Subriel Matías has a betting aura, a better aura. If they sell the aura, and ladies and gentlemen, you could sell an aura. Mike Tyson's aura was sold. Why you think people even bought, or you know what I'm saying? Not bought, but was in tune with the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. See, Mike Tyson's skills is not what sells, it's his aura that sold. Ladies and gentlemen, in boxing, you sell an aura just as much as the skill set. You sell an aura. And that's something that Subriel Matías got that 90% of the boxers don't got. Because how many boxers have, murked the dude in the ring? Subriel Matías could be a way bigger attraction if they sell the aura and be more Puerto Rican pride. Not saying that he's not prideful, but sell it. Sell it. This is New York City, Barclays Center. All Puerto Rican should be talking about Subriel Matías. And it's kind of like, it's kind of dead. It's kind of dead. But that's the reason. There's a lot of people that probably don't know. Look at the press conference. I don't see no Puerto Rican flag. That's a problem. Where's the, I need to see more Puerto Rican pride within this promotion. And it's not. Ladies and gentlemen, in the 140-pound division, of course, we're going to be looking at this fight. And, of course, we're going to be heading what Subriel Matías is going to be doing next. Now, as much as I want to stick to just what could happen in the ring, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, right? Because, let's be real, Subriel Matías, he's just a constant, got one of the best pressure in the sport of boxing, but it's all physical. He really don't use too much of his IQ. It's just all cojones. You know what I'm saying? All cojones. It's me and you, okay? Me and you, okay? I don't give a fuck, right? I fight. And fuck the boxing cheat. It may be too much. That type of style, UK fighters don't do well. That's how they always get beaten by the Mexican, because let's not forget, Subriel Matías, he was trained for the most part in his professional career out there with elite trainers in Mexico. So he got that the Puerto Rican style and the Mexican style all meshed up in one. You know what I'm saying? And the UK can't F with that. The UK can't F with that. Shout out to the UK, but y'all can't F with that type of pressure. Y'all don't got that type of sparring out there. But anyway, if Subriel Matías win, we're going to be talking about if he's going to face the winner of Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. And that could be a June Puerto Rican Day Parade. Subriel Matías versus Tio. Subriel Matías versus Richardson Hitchens from Brooklyn. Very, very good. Very, very nice. So I think they're setting this thing for a June date. Now, what I was trying to say about the politics and the corruption of boxing, Eddie Hearn. It seems like they really didn't want to pay for this fight because, let's be real, let's be honest, Fresh Production, the promoter of Subriel Matías won the purse bid. Let's not forget that Fresh Production and Subriel Matías signed with Matchroom Boxing, when he became a world champion the first time, and then he lost to Liam Paru, and then Matchroom Boxing lo mandó para la mierda a ellos. Alright? So, but we know that Eddie Hearn's money is long, and hopefully that everything is, that everybody gonna be fair. It's weird that Eddie Hearn and Turkey Al Sheikh didn't press for this fight, because when he beat Puerto Puello, Subriel Matías, Turkey Al Sheikh and Eddie Hearn was so much for this fight. Turkey, it was the one that was talking about this fight, and then they pulled away from this fight. weird that they pulled away from this fight because they be like, you know what, we're not gonna invest in Subriel Matías. I don't know. Or Eddie Hearn told them, look, mate, to Turkey I'll shake. Don't worry, I don't want the deal. We're gonna just do something corruption and then we get the bell. I don't know. Disclaimer. I don't know what's happening. But kind of weird that Turkey was all in this fight and then Turkey don't want to be no part of this fight. Highly weird. But shout out to Fresh Production. And buy the pay-per-view. Support your small promoters. You know what I'm saying? They won the purse bid, or they was let to win the purse bid. And let's see something good. Barclay said, Hendry Cedeño La Bazooka Martinez is not going to be facing. He did not pass his physical, and so there won't be a Dominican Power over there tomorrow. So it's gonna be a okay card, but the main event is the main event, and the sky's the limit with a great victory over Dotim Smith. All right. This is Promotional Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. God bless you. On to the next.